Hey witches. So I found this on the Farmer's Almanac website, and it's 16 full moon rituals to help you recharge, reflect, and reconnect. I've mentioned several of these before in videos, but I wanted to go ahead and just go through all of these because some of these I haven't mentioned and the ones I have are worth mentioning again. So the full moon is coming up on the 17th. So I hope you'll be able to do some of these or some spell work, or at least just absorb some of that divine goddess energy, if nothing else. So I will link this below so you can go through the whole thing. But I love this part. It says, there is undeniably a natural rhythm to the universe, whether it's the seasons or something more cosmic, such as the phases of the moon. It talks about the gravitational pull of the moon, causing predictable rises and falls in sea levels, but our bodies are water, so it affects us as well. And then it talks about how the rituals can help us. You're connecting yourself to the divine goddess energy. It's also helping you disconnect from the busyness of life, getting back in touch with nature, and living life with more intention. And implementing the full moon rituals to your self-care routine can help you with your emotions and your intuition. So tuning into nature and the environment around us has been shown to help us understand ourselves on a deeper level. Utilizing the moon's cyclic energy. So like I've talked about many times before, and I'll link my moon magic playlist below, but it talks about how you need to harness the moon's power based on the phases, and you can sync up with it. This talks about waxing moon energy, of course, something that's growing. That's when you want to manifest. When it's waning, it's shrinking. That's when you want to let go, cleanse, or banish. Full moon energy, it's like, it's the peak of energy. It doesn't have the dark moon in here, but I will tell you the dark moon is a time for reflection, shadow work. Some people will do baneful magic. For me, it's time for Dipnon is mainly what I'm doing. So I will not read through all of this. So here are the self-care full moon rituals. Ground yourself. It's always important to ground yourself. You should do that daily. But when you do it on the full moon, it's deeper. You're grounding yourself on a higher level, which is ironic because you're grounding yourself. Tune into nature. Surrounding yourself with nature has a calming and grounding effect. It amps up all of your magic. It has a healing effect on your body, helps your body find its natural rhythms. So sit outside quietly or sit by a window and just soak up the rays. If you have to, if it's too cold, sit by a window and do the same thing. I love taking night walks. I haven't done a night hike in a while, but I used to do it a lot when I was younger before I became a mom. It's hard for me to get away and just take a road trip, drive to the mountains, hike at night, and then come back in the wee hours of the morning. But I plan to do that when my daughter gets a little older. So meditating, I'm hoping you're already doing that. Meditating outside under the moonlight is so powerful, okay? It is amazing. If you can't go outside, I recommend bundling up, going outside, sitting out there for at least 5 minutes under the moonlight on the ground and meditating under the full moon. But if you can't, do it near a window where you can see the moon, even possibly open the window so you can absorb the rays. Explore deep breathing. As witches, we need to pay attention to our breathing, especially pre-spell work and during spell work, because it helps us get into a rhythm. And I know when I switch my breathing before a spell, it sends a signal to my body, okay, and to my existence, to my being, okay, we're ready to do a spell now. We're getting into that headspace. Keeping a journal. You can also do this during the dark moon. You can keep a journal at any time, but you can do a full moon journal and a dark moon journal. It just helps you to decide what you want to manifest, what you want to let go of. Cleanse and clean. I'm going to add cleanse to that. Cleanse and clean your physical space. Declutter. And then also smudge. Give thanks. We should be showing gratitude every day, but you need to amp that up on the day of the full moon. Tell the people that you love that you're thankful for them. Tell the universe that you're thankful for what you have. Stand outside, arms outstretched, reaching toward the moon, and tell the goddess what you are thankful for, what you have gratitude for. Because when you put out there in the universe that you're thankful for what you already have, you'll be blessed with more. If you go around always want, I don't have, I wish I had, then you're not making yourself a beacon for more, you're just making yourself a hot mess. Eat a healthy, natural meal. You should try to do that as much as you can anyway. The less crap in our bodies, the more powerful we are. There's a link here to some soups and stews that you could do, and I will link the article below so you can find that. Tie up loose ends. It's a great time to make a to-do list. I do to-do lists all the time, but on the full moon you can do a to-do list. And one thing you can do is after you complete your to-do list, charge it under the full moon to give it that power, to help put that energy in there, to help give you the energy to accomplish those goals that you wrote down. Dance it out. What I love to do is dance in the moonlight, especially in the summer. If I have a bonfire, dancing around the bonfire, ringing my bell, singing, all decked out in my ritual attire with my witch's hat and all my talismans on and pinnacles all over myself. It's wonderful. But even if you can just get out there in your robe and PJs, dance under the moonlight. It even says that dance right in your PJs. I haven't read through this completely. It says that the tradition of the full moon dancing actually dates back to ancient times, and many cultures throughout the world are known to gather in circles and dance under the full moon. So you can do that with a coven or a group, or you can do it by yourself. In the summer, if you have a private area, you can dance under the full moon sky-clad, which I have been known to do. I've even done moon bathing sky-clad. I don't now because it's 30 degrees at night where I am. So I'm not going to do that, but once it warms up, guess who's going to be butt naked in a lounge chair in the middle of her yard under the full moon? This witch. So taking a moonlit walk, walking in the light of a full moon can be magical. Its gentle glow can have a calming effect, leaving you feeling refreshed and renewed. Stand outside in the light of the full moon and bathe in its power. Tune into how the trees and sky look in the moonlight. Pay extra attention to the sounds and smells of the night air. And when you're moonbathing, a side note, take your candles out there with you. Get some hurricanes to put around them so they don't go out. Or get the little jars and put the tea lights down in there. Don't close them with the lids because they'll suffocate, but sit them in there and just sit them around you, usually 3. Just put one on each side and one in front of your feet and lay there. And it's so magical. Light you an incense. And don't forget to make your moon water. I don't know if that's on here, but don't forget to make your moon water and drink your moon water the next day. You don't have to drink all of it, but drink some. Take a bath or shower. You should definitely be taking ritual baths and cleansing baths or showers before you do anything magical, whether it's a spell, a ritual, making something sacred, even consecrating a talisman or an amulet. You should be clean because you're presenting yourself to another dimension. It's magical. It's another world. You want to present yourself in a clean fashion. Even if, you're not getting dressed up or anything, you got on your PJs, you're still clean. All the dirt, all the crap, all the negative energy is off of you. And so you're presenting your cleanest self. And then this just says about the bathtub. There are many benefits of taking a cleansing bath as part of your moon ritual. Use this time to relax, meditate, and center yourself, focusing on your breath. When you let the water out of the tub, imagine you're letting go of whatever is no longer useful to you right down the drain. You can do the same thing in the shower. As you're in the shower, as the water is running off of you down the drain, you can even say something out loud. By the power of water, I banish my grief. I banish my negative emotions. I banish my anxiety. I banish the hate in my heart. I banish the anger that I have toward the bitch that was rude to me at work today, or whatever. Just watch it go down the drain and visualize it leaving your person, and you'll feel so much better. Write a letter and burn it, because the full moon is all about completion, cleansing, releasing, and removing what no longer works for you. You can also do this one during the dark moon. But write down whatever you want to get rid of and then burn it. And then, of course, take the ashes and then blow them off your property. And if you really want to heighten it a little bit, just take your finger and go counterclockwise in the ashes of your hand, of your other palm, and rub it in with some black pepper or some chili flake or some cumin, something spicy. And then do that a few times. 9 times is good. And then blow it off your property. Make sure you get it off your property. If you can't do that, you can flush it down the toilet. And write down your intentions. That's just kind of like your to-do list. I don't know why it's kind of right. It's on there twice, but intentions, to-do list, sort of the same thing. But this is kind of more magical. You're going to write down your magical intentions for the month or for the year, or maybe just for the week. And you can always add to it. And also you can charge it under the full moon. After you finish writing it, leave it under there. If it's not raining, lay it out. Lay it out with your tools. Lay it out by your moon water, or your water that's about to become moon water, and just let it absorb that energy to give you the strength and the power to make it happen. So yay, moon water. I'm not going to talk about moon water. Y'all have heard too much about moon water. This has uses for it though. Water your plants, cleanse your home, put it in a spray bottle to create a facial toner with a few drops of essential oil. That's good. You can charge more stuff under the moon besides just water. You could take your even your coffee creamer. You could pour that in a clear container, put it out there, and then make intentional coffee every morning. You can charge any kind of liquid. Your moisturizer, your perfume, your makeup, whatever you want to do, put it out there. But remember to bring it in before the sun comes up. And if it's cloudy, it doesn't matter. The energy is still there. The clouds don't block the energy. It just blocks our ability to see the moon. So relax. It's hard for us sometimes, but you have to relax. Sometimes it's the best way to celebrate. Cleanse your space, mind, and body. Sit back and relax. Oftentimes it is only in stillness that we can fully see what's happening inside and around us. So pretty cool. And this also has a link to the moon phase calendar if you don't already have one handy, like in a witch's planner. Mine has the day of the week, the date, the day of the week, the moon phase, where the moon is, the constellation where the moon is, and every day it has that. And then it has moon calendars for every month. It has a chart where it has the name of the moon, the full moons, the name of the full moon, the date of the full moon, and even the time of the peak of the full moon. So this is the moon phase calendar. Pretty cool. Just shows us what's going on. And we see our full moon is on the 17th. Doesn't really say that, but I happen to know that it is. How do you find out on this one? Interesting. I'd probably want to use a better calendar that had like the actual day, because if you look at it, a lot of them look full. And you know, we have one day that's the actual full moon, but you can harness the energy the day before, the day of, and the day after. So don't forget that. But that's all I have, witches. Just something real quick that you can enjoy. I found this and thought it was cute. Thought I'd share. Blessed be.